Caitlin Clark's Kobe collaboration just broke the internet, and Nike's servers are still smoking from the wreckage. In less than 60 seconds, every single pair vanished into the digital void, leaving thousands of fans staring at sold-out screens and empty shopping carts. But here's the twist that'll make your jaw drop. While Clark's sneakers are flying off shelves and crashing websites, A'ja Wilson's carefully crafted signature line is quietly gathering dust on clearance racks across America. This isn't just another sneaker drop gone viral. This is Nike's most embarrassing corporate facepalm of the decade, and the fallout is absolutely devastating. For 2 solid years, they've been throwing millions at the wrong superstar while the real goldmine was sitting right in front of them, practically begging to make them rich. The numbers don't lie, and neither do the empty servers that couldn't handle the Clark tsunami. Picture this. Nike spent months crafting Wilson's perfect rollout, complete with custom commercials, celebrity directors, and enough marketing muscle to launch a presidential campaign. Meanwhile, Clark drops a casual Tuesday photo, and suddenly, people are camping outside stores like it's Black Friday on steroids. The resale market exploded instantly, with shoes jumping from $190 to over $450 in mere hours. When was the last time you saw Wilson's kicks commanding that kind of desperate hunger? But the real scandal runs deeper than anyone imagined. Sources are revealing that Wilson had her Nike deal locked down for 2 entire years, while publicly tearing into Clark during every media appearance. That's right, while Wilson was on national television, calling Clark privileged and undeserving, she was secretly cashing checks from the same company that was supposedly ignoring her. The hypocrisy is so thick you could cut it with a butter knife. And fans are absolutely losing their minds over the deception. Nike's silence during Clark's media persecution makes perfect sense now. They weren't protecting Wilson from racism accusations. They were protecting their own reputation, while their chosen spokesperson launched personal attacks on their future cash cow. Corporate emails probably show executives sweating bullets, knowing they had the next Michael Jordan in Clark, but couldn't admit their massive miscalculation without looking like complete amateurs. The contrast couldn't be more brutal. Wilson needed choreographed campaigns, celebrity endorsements, and manufactured storylines to generate lukewarm interest. Clark just needed a basketball and a camera, and she'd accidentally create millions in marketing value without even trying. Every time Clark steps on the court, it's like watching a walking advertisement that Nike didn't have to script, direct, or pay extra for. Wilson's desperate campaigning for respect has been painful to watch. She's been hustling for recognition harder than most politicians during election season, constantly demanding her flowers and explaining why she deserves more attention. Meanwhile, Clark just kept dropping highlight reels and accidentally became the global ambassador Wilson spent years publicly begging to become. The market doesn't care about your trophy case when the other player makes cash registers sing just by existing. Nike's executives must be having nightmares about the fortune they almost flushed down the drain. They had basketball's equivalent of Netflix sitting right there, and they were too busy checking social justice boxes to notice the cultural meteor headed straight for their bottom line. Former Nike marketing heads are now publicly roasting their old company, basically saying, "Congratulations, you clowns, you nearly let your golden goose slip away while chasing fool's gold." The economic impact tells the whole story. Clark personally generated $82 million for Iowa's economy alone. That's more than some small country's entire GDP. Her influence transcends demographics, age groups, and traditional basketball fan bases. Little kids wear her jersey like they're dressing up as their favorite superhero, while Wilson's gear feels more like activism merchandise that people buy out of obligation rather than genuine excitement. Here's where it gets really interesting. Nike's stock tanked to 5-year lows while they were fumbling around trying to manufacture Wilson's star power. They had actual lightning in a bottle with Clark, but they were too invested in their original narrative to admit they'd been betting on the wrong horse. The writing was neon bright from day one. but corporate pride and political correctness blinded them to the most obvious business decision in sports marketing history. Wilson's signature shoe launch felt like watching a corporate PowerPoint presentation come to life. Everything was perfectly calculated, focus grouped, and sanitized for maximum social media approval. Clark's Kobe drop felt like Christmas morning for basketball fans, with that authentic electricity that brands spend millions trying to replicate. The difference between manufactured excitement and organic cultural moments couldn't be more obvious. The server meltdowns tell you everything about Clark's real impact. This is a multi-billion-dollar company with state-of-the-art infrastructure, and they still couldn't handle the digital stampede when Clark's shoes went live. Wilson's releases cause minor traffic bumps at best, while Clark's drops create digital tsunamis that probably require emergency IT meetings and panicked investor calls. Nike's desperate pivot is finally happening, but the damage to their reputation might be irreversible. They're scrambling to catch up with Clark's momentum, while Wilson watches the dream scenario she spent years publicly demanding slide into someone else's effortlessly cool hands. The market has spoken louder than any PR campaign, and the message is crystal clear. Authenticity beats activism every single time. The secondary market explosion proves Clark's global appeal. Within hours of the drop, resale platforms were flooded with listings at double and triple the retail price. People who couldn't even name 3 other WNBA players were desperately trying to snag a piece of Clark's magic. That's the difference between niche sports merchandise and genuine pop culture phenomena. Wilson can keep polishing her trophy case and tweeting about respect, but Clark's out here with something you simply can't design in a laboratory. She's got that innate electricity that makes millions of people want to spend money just to feel connected to her magic. Nike finally realized they were betting on MySpace stock while Facebook was sitting right there, ready to revolutionize their entire women's category. The irony is absolutely delicious. Wilson spent years griping about not getting enough shine, complaining about Nike's timeline, and demanding recognition she felt she deserved. All the while, Clark kept her head down, dropped highlight after highlight, and accidentally became the cultural force Wilson always dreamed of being. Clark didn't stop around demanding a crown. She just flat out earned it, to the point where even Nike had to admit they'd completely blown their biggest opportunity. This revolution isn't coming, it's already here, and it's moving at light speed. Clark's influence is snowballing beyond basketball into mainstream culture, while Nike frantically tries to maximize their actual gold mine before another company swoops in. The cash registers and crashed websites have delivered their verdict, and Wilson's carefully crafted campaigns can't compete with Clark's natural magnetism. The future belongs to authentic stars who earn their status through performance, not politicians who campaign for respect they haven't genuinely earned. Nike's finally betting on the right horse, but they're starting this race 2 years behind schedule. Clark's empire is just getting started, and every sold-out drop proves that the revolution has already crowned its queen. If you're Team Caitlin Clark, drop that fire emoji below, and let's watch this empire grow. The numbers don't lie. The market has spoken, and the future of women's basketball just got a whole lot more exciting. Don't forget to subscribe, because this story is far from over, and the next chapter is going to be absolutely wild.